Good evening. As a preliminary matter, this is John Regan of the Auburn Planning Board. Permit me to confirm that all members are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Ronald Brooks.
Here.
Rakesh Nalin.
Here.
Todd Corain. And Sierra Smar is not here. Town officials and employees participating, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Town planner, Adam Menard.
Here.
Staff assistant, Rachel Pressey.
Here.
Good evening. This is the open meeting of the Town of Auburn Planning Board of Tuesday, December 13th, 2022. Now I'll call to order at 7 p.m. The meeting is being conducted both in person and remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12, 2020, and extended on June 16, 2021. For this meeting, the Planning Board is convening in person and by remote access. For the public to join the meeting remotely by telephone, call 1-312-757-3121 and to enter access code 133-747-477. Or the public can join via computer at gotomeeting.com/join/133747477. Remote access information has been posted on the town's website identifying how the public may join. Please note that this meeting is being recorded by the Auburn Cablevision. Is there anyone in the audience that is recording tonight's meeting? Being none, according those members of the Planning Board, employees, and members of the public who participate remotely, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you, and please take care not to screen share your computer. Anything that you broadcast may be captured by the recording. Please rise and join us in the salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All supporting materials that have been provided to members of this body are available on the town's website. I, Chair of the Board, will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude their remarks, the Chair will go down the line of members, inviting each by name to provide any comment, questions, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. Please remember to speak clearly and into the microphone in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. I'd like to remind the audience, applicants, town administration, and each of the Planning Board members to please refrain from asking questions in regards to all matters discussed this evening without first being granted my consent. Finally, each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted by a roll call vote. First on the list tonight is applicant Nordic Industrial Properties requesting site plan approval under section 9.4 of the Auburn zoning bylaw for an addition to an existing structure and a new freestanding structure for commercial industrial use at 12-14 Sword Street, Auburn, Mass. 01501, map 11, parcels 13 and 144. Is anyone here representing this applicant? Please step forward and go to the mic, please. I gotta get him over there first. May I have a motion to open the hearing?
I'll make a motion and we open the public hearing.
May I have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor, Duarkesh?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Myself, John Regan, and I. The meeting is now open. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. My name is Ron Mendez from Graves Engineering on behalf of Nordic Industrial Properties for the project proposed at 12 and 14 Sword Street. The project itself is comprised of demolishing one existing building on the property, actually two existing buildings. One is a detached garage, and the other being a single-story residence, and constructing in its place a 60-foot by 60-foot single-story building. The property itself is already developed with about 5 or so buildings, primarily used for commercial and industrial purposes, with associated paved driveway and parking spaces. As part of the project also, besides the freestanding building, a 60-foot by 100-foot building addition will be is proposed to be constructed. And as part of the building construction, the parking spaces will increase from 70 to 85. most of the parking is already existing, and really it's just a matter of configuring the parking spaces so that it fits adequately. Also, as part of the project, there'll be some stormwater management. In this case, it's a bioretention area that's proposed in order to attenuate the runoff. And as part of the project, a couple other items I would like to highlight is that the new building itself will require a couple of new utility connections, such as water and sewer. Gas will primarily go to an existing gas line within the property, and I believe, also due to an overhead door that's being proposed, an oil water separator will be constructed. For the building addition, most of the services will come from the existing building that's connected to. The only real new installation will probably be the new sewer line that has to connect to, because the existing sewer line kind of ends about 60 feet away from the proposed location. And then let's see what else. There have been wetlands identified on the property due to an existing intermittent stream that's located to the west of the property. In this case, an NOI has been filed with the Conservation Commission and with the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection. I guess for the most part, that's pretty much the project. Are there any questions that I might be able to answer?
Are there any questions from anybody in the audience? Being none, Duarkesh?
Thanks, John. I have a couple of questions. One is, on the site plan, I think based on the comments from the sewer department, that the site plan needs to be updated, right? Based on the comments that.
Oh, yes, about proposed slopes. Yes, that would still have to be incorporated into the plans.
And then so when I look at the site plan, the transformer has to be located, right? So, or relocated, transformer. I think this is on C103.
Existing building.
Yep, from the
Behind
existing.
the building, correct?
Behind the building.
Yes.
So has the utility been contacted on that?
To my knowledge, not to this point.
Okay. And is that transformer leading to feeders inside the building? Does that connect to the feeder into the building, the distribution circuit?
I don't know the answer to that question.
So maybe I think in the revision, maybe that might be a question, or between the next revision, you can pop that question to the utility. Sure.
Of course.
Then I think you just mentioned about the Conservation Commission. Would that look at so I think when I look at the site plan, there's the Rockland Road Conservation Land, right? Adjacent to the property. And on the south, is that part of the Conservation Commission's review?
No, not to my knowledge, because it's really the work that is within the existing wetlands buffer.
Okay.
So I guess, but within the property itself. So I guess
Okay.
anything that's really beyond the actual property is it being out of already
Out of scope, maybe?
out of our, not really scope, but because it's not within, our premises. That's something, it's like doing work on somebody else's property. It's not really.
Right, but would there be an impact there? I'm just trying to see if there's a.
Oh, I see what you mean. It would be an impact. No, I guess there wouldn't be, because at this point, most of the work is really within the buffer. There is no direct impact to the wetlands as part of the project. And there is some impact or some work within the 25-foot buffer. And then as you go on to the 50-foot buffer, that increases and so on for the 100-foot.
Okay. So one last question I have for you, Ron, is the wooded fence, is there currently a wooded fence or a guardrail to the south of the property?
No, there currently isn't. In this case, it's proposed at the, let's say, southern edge of the parking area, because the bioretention area is really like it's a depression or a basin. So in that case, since it ends at the parking area and it slopes down, the guardrail itself was really just a safety measure so that, you know, I guess hopefully nobody goes down into the area.
Okay. So today, there's nothing.
No, because in itself, the area is flat, and at the end, it's just wooded.
Okay.
It doesn't slope down, there is no basin or anything like that. It's just that something we're constructing that's part of it.
Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
Just to make a point out of what Darkesh said about this transformer that's right in back of the existing building, it has to move, and because, in order to put the addition and stuff like that, would have to, because that fit all the inside and the furnaces from before and that.
Okay. Yeah, I think that conversation with the utility will be helpful.
And there's the only other question I thought of before I saw it was, there's no problem with snow storage because you've got unlimited area to push snow. That's all I got.
I have one question. You said you're putting a new sewer line in, to which of these two buildings are you putting the sewer line in, the new one?
It would be to the building addition. I can try to show you on one page over here, if I may. On sheet actually C104. Or actually, excuse me, 105. So, in this case, there's a manhole that ends the line, and it's about a 60-foot installation from about that point on toward the building addition. So probably halfway down through the page, there's a note saying cut core hole.
On the water line, I see you're putting in a 6-inch fire line off of Sword Street to the building in the front. What are we doing in the building in the back?
In that particular case, it's connecting to the existing building.
What size service between the buildings, though?
I don't know.
It should be the size of that building up front versus the size of the building in the back. With the addition, they're pretty much the same, square footage roughly, looking at it without doing the math. So I would think the one in the back would need a 6-inch fire line as well. You can't run two buildings up for one 6-inch fire line. And what are you gonna do for domestic water? You can't take it off the 6-inch line. That has to be dedicated fire
All right, in that case, we would have to make that correction.
on both of them, yeah. Other than that, it's going for peer review, so we really can't make a decision tonight.
One question I had. For Adam, has the fire department reviewed this yet?
They have received the plans. I don't think I've gotten comments from them. No, I haven't gotten any comments from them.
I'm curious, so I think from a fire lane perspective, and I know we can see on the TV screen there, so existing, in the existing lot, you know, the fire trucks can go to the south of the lot and then turn around, right? In the new configuration with the additional building, on the south, can that still happen?
Yes, that can indeed still happen.
No, that'd be all.
Any questions from anybody online?
Yeah,
Being none, may I have a motion to continue this hearing to our next meeting?
I'll make a motion, we continue it to the next public hearing, January 10th, 23.
May I have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor, Duarkesh?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Myself, John Regan, is an aye. It is a vote. We'll see you in a few weeks.
Thank you kindly for your time.
Next on the agenda is applicant Brendan Greeley requesting site plan approval under section 9.4 of the Auburn zoning bylaw for a garage and site improvements to be constructed at an existing commercial business at 4 Washington Street, Auburn, Mass. 01501, map 28, parcel 3. Adam has informed me that he is planning on withdrawing. So in light of that, I have to close the meeting. May I have a motion to close the hearing for applicant Brendan Greeley?
I'll make that motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, Duarkesh?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Myself, and aye, it is a vote. May I have a motion to approve the withdrawal without prejudice?
I'll make that motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor, Duarkesh?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Myself, John Regan, is an aye. Other business is discussion 654 Oxford Street South.
That's a typo, that should have been decision.
That's what?
So just, it was a decision, not discussion. Typo, my fault.
And the modification, 325R Southbridge Street Gift Shop. We
Yes,
have a sketch here.
doesn't look like they're here.
No,
Um,
we're just reconfiguring the inside of the building.
yeah, basically all it is going from a travel agency to a gift shop.
There's no site plan, there's nothing else required, right?
It was just
Isn't that just something Caleb wouldn't just approve that?
to change the use, so normally that requires some kind of action by planning, so. Just a motion to approve the minor modification. That is a minor modification, and the two motions, minor modifications. Approve the
I'll
plan.
make a motion that we approve the minor modification.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor, Duarkesh?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Myself, aye, it is a vote.
John,
Yeah.
you have to determine it. It's a minor modification.
It is, he just said that.
Okay, you did that voting.
Yeah, he said it was a.
We didn't vote, no.
We didn't vote on that. We need to vote.
Vote on that too.
We'll make a determination that it's a minor modification.
Second?
Aye.
So, John Regan, aye, is it a vote? Okay, next up is meeting minutes of 10/25/2022. May I have a motion to approve as submitted?
So I was absent on both these minutes. Like so.
There with the minutes.
November 15th, 2022.
October 25th, 1st, 2022.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes of October 25th, 2022.
I'll second it.
Second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, Duarkesh?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Myself, John Regan, is an aye. May I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from November 15th, 2022, as submitted?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of November 15th, 2022.
May I have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor, Duarkesh?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Myself, John Regan, aye, is an aye, it is a vote. There's no new business unforeseen by the chair. Is there anything from the town planner for an update?
No, no update,
Other than we still need an alternate, right?
correct.
Okay. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
May I have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor, Duarkesh?
Aye.
Ron?
Aye.
Myself, John Regan, is an aye. It is a vote. The meeting is now adjourned.